say I'm arrogant, I say damn right. That's pride. Pride in the saying I am. Now tune into the big exclusive podcast available on all podcast platforms or the BEpodcast.com. Listen now or I'll eat your whole race. Oh, and you better like or subscribe or else.
And you better like or subscribe or else. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Exclusive Podcast. Welcome. Nothing's changed. Same procedure. Do me a favor. If you tuned in right now, I need you to do three things. The first thing, say what's up. Say hello. Please. I appreciate it. If you locked in on YouTube, like the video. If you locked in on Facebook, share right now. Do me a favor. Just share right now. Last thing I need you to do is tag your friends. Please tag your friends. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you're not following the Big Exclusive Network on all social media platforms, do so now. Simply the Big Exclusive Network, spelled exactly like it sounds. THEBIGEXCLUSIVENETWORK. The Big Exclusive Network. That's Instagram, that's Twitter or X, if you into that sort of thing. Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, we have it all. And we definitely will have all the Big Exclusive Network family participating a lot more in our social media. You'll see a bunch more content coming from everybody that's on the network. Couple things I got to do. Got to do some housekeeping before I bring in the angriest man in the podcast game, the Angry OG. I got to thank our sponsors because without them, none of this would be possible. So first and foremost, that's a little premature. First and foremost, I got to thank Maywide Cosmetics. That's the company of my oldest daughter, Kayla. That's Maywide by Kayla. You can get that beautiful lip balm you see in the photo. You can get you some of that. You can also grab some of her lip gloss. Very shiny, very clear, very moisturizing. She also has lip scrub. She got the brown sugar lip scrub. It actually tastes wonderful. I would advise against eating it, although you could. Nothing's going to happen because it's made from all natural products. And you can see all the products, all the ingredients right there on the bottom of the screen. Brown sugar, sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil. Again, all natural, no additives, no preservatives, and it does the jobs. It'll exfoliate your lips, have them looking nice and shiny and glowing. Other sponsors, Shea Harmony, get that wet body butter. It is that time of year. Your skin will be dry. The colder it gets, the drier you get. Black people know, and white people should know. Get you something that's going to moisturize your skin. A little goes a long way. If you use Shea Harmony Whip Body Butter, just put in the chat how good it is. Do me that one solid, please. I definitely appreciate it. Let them know that Whip Body Butter is incredible. You can find all of those products with a bunch more stuff over on www.icraftmart.com. That's another one of our lovely sponsors. We super appreciate them sponsoring the Big Exclusive, not just the podcast, but the network as a whole. Without our sponsors, we couldn't get this done. So please support our sponsors. And iCraftMart is home of the 99-cent lifestyle bookstore. If you need, if you want to do gluten-free, if you want to try vegan, pescatarian, there's a book for all different lifestyles over there on iCraftMart.com. So show our sponsors some love, okay? We're going to go through a run-through all the shows on the Big Exclusive Network. First and foremost, Monday nights, we got Melanated Vibrations hosted by Dominique and her sister Adaris. They take a look at all aspects of, I would say, pop culture through a mental health lens. They're always going to put that mental health spin on it. We all could use a little therapy. Get you some therapy Monday nights, 7 o'clock with Melanated Vibrations. Tuesday, you always want to log into the Big Exclusive Podcast. You know, we get a little dusty, but we keep it informative. We always going to make you laugh, and we hopefully keep you entertained. Tag your friends in right now. Let's entertain them as well. Also, Wednesday nights, 6 o'clock, you have Reek and you have T bringing you Women's Wellness Wednesdays. They are the ladies who are doing it for the ladies each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. With the segment Go Grab Lunch. They do something every week for the ladies. It's just watch the show. All you got to do is watch the show. You can win yourself $20 to go grab lunch. Brand new show alert, Thursday night, the Ant Money Experience, hosted by Slim Exclusive, aka Ant Rockmore, will be debuting in a couple weeks. Thursday night, 7 p.m. The Ant Money Experience. We've been working behind the scenes. He gave me the format of the show. It should be an absolutely fun and fantastic show. Returning, Fat Gene Activated with a new host, our guy Ant Medlock. Same premise. He's going to go around to different restaurants trying the food. He's going to rate them and see if it activates his fat gene. If you want to participate, you can always send us some restaurants you think he should go to. It could be a restaurant. It could be a diner. It could be a dive. It could be a food truck. But send him some recommendations. He's going to pick some people to go out and film with him to some of the spots that you have recommended. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you send us or inbox us some suggestions for restaurants. And as always, if you want to join the Big Exclusive Network, you have a show idea, we want you. Not that we're going to take any and everybody. We got some discretion, but we are willing to hear your show idea and see if we can make it happen. Doesn't have to be a podcast. Doesn't have to be a talk show. It could be a sketch comedy. It could be a drama. It could be whatever you want. If we can make it happen, we'll do our best. So email me at therealbigexclusive@gmail.com. Special shout out to our guy Luke, social media manager here at the Big Exclusive Network, working diligently behind the scenes to make sure all the personalities bring you the best content possible. And you're going to see that shortly. I'm sure you guys will be absolutely entertained. Do me a favor, head over to the Big Exclusive Network on YouTube. Check out the latest offering from Little Exclusive, and that's Cooking with Little Exclusive. She's making some turkey bacon cheeseburgers on some brioche. I had a lot of fun filming that. She had a lot of fun filming it. She worked really hard, and today is officially her birthday. So if you want to give her a birthday shout out, just let her know by going over to her show. Leave a comment and say happy birthday. Brand new show alert over on our sister network. That's MILFs, Money, Info, Love, Fam, Sex, hosted by Creamy and her friends. Those ladies aim to bring you any and everything. You ever wish you was a fly on the wall when the ladies are talking? This is your opportunity to be that fly on the wall. So make sure you guys pay attention. Follow Creamy and HNIC, and that way you'll know when the show is debuting. I hear we may get a sneak peek in November. I'm hoping we can actually syndicate that one, the sneak peek, so we can run it on both networks and show Creamy some love, as she has showed us some tremendous love, some tremendous support. She show up, she show out, and she always support. We're going to make sure we do the same, okay? It's that time. I want to bring in the angriest man in the podcast game. Y'all know him as the Angry OG. I know him as Boo, and he already in the comments with the shit.
Hey now.
Hey, you got a weight problem. You couldn't wait, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Creamy equal Dusty. Damn. You ain't seen one episode. You already labeled the lady Dusty. That's fucked up, bro.
The sheer amount of dust that we're gonna see.
So how was your weekend, bro?
Same as all the other ones, just 2 days. Oh, matter of fact, no. What that was Saturday? We hung out with Flight.
Saturday.
Yeah, we hung out with Flight on Saturday at the comedy show.
Podcast. Once again, salute to everybody who showed up to that. That was a really good time. We had a blast. The next one is, I believe, October 28th. I already reserved 2 tables. I'm gonna need 8 folks to come out with us. So basically I have 8 tickets for the next comedy brunch. We're gonna need to fill those seats. That's 8 on top of me and Angry OG. We don't need tickets. So we have 8 tickets that we need to get out there for the next comedy brunch, October 28th. I'll get the flyer, and we'll promote when exactly who's going to be the headliners and all that. Maybe on Friday show, we do a Friday show. Also Flight is doing an absolutely free comedy show. Giving Back is 100% free. I'll get the details on that. Make sure you guys are following the Big Exclusive Network so you know when the free show is. When I say free,
it's on the 30th.
$3.99. Don't pay for nothing. You just walk in. I mean, you're gonna have to pay for drinks, but you know how we do. If the network is coming out, we definitely show love. Anybody who's ever been out with the network will tell you, you know what I mean? Y'all show us love, we show it back. So it might be drinks on Angry OG that night. Who knows? But the only way you're gonna find out is if you show up. We'll have more details to follow. Couple things. First and foremost, let's get these shout outs out the way. But before that, during the broadcast, you can support the page by sending us some stars. Stars is a digital gift that helps us earn some money for the network. 1 star is equivalent to 1 penny. So you can buy 100 stars and give us 100. You can buy 100 stars for $1 and send us 10 at a time if you want to be petty. However you want to do it is perfectly fine. But show some love. Send us some stars if you over there locked in on the Facebook. El Presidente, Tiffany Ann in the building. She already shared. Please make sure y'all following her lead and share. Sonia Carroll in the building. Good to see you, Sonia. What's up? Creamy said, good evening. Crazy. Shots fired. Why am I crazy? Like, what makes me crazy? Do what Tiff did. You see Tiff tagged in everybody. I love that. Miss T, good evening. Like and share. Appreciate it. She said, definitely those elbows and kneecaps, knuckles, please, and thank you for the moisturizer. Royalty kick in the door. Yo, I want some smoke tonight. Let me get on and throw the rails away all together. What you on, bro? Last time you was up here with a screenshot, bro. Is your signal straight tonight? What you want to talk about? I'm willing to hear you out. Let me know what you want to talk about. I'll see if it's dusty enough to bring you on. First Last is on time tonight. First Last, I appreciate that. Good evening to you. Make sure you share, like, appreciate that. T said, love this idea. Is Lancaster an option to travel for samples? Hey, listen, put something together. That's your hometown. We could do a whole live show out there. We could have the whole network come out there and do our Thug Fizzle 1-2 in Lancaster. The BEN comes to Lancaster. Set it up. We travel, and our sponsors deliver through UPS, post office. Dominique, appreciate you. I appreciate you tagging in all the folks. That's love right there. I love that. T said, let's go, Creamy. Ant with the hate now. Creamy said, OG is her favorite. She said, why is that? Damn it. Ant said, hella dusty. Ant said, any excuse tonight. Roy, Tarver, DC. All right, you leaving? Come here. Miss T said, bet, so she gonna set it up. Happy birthday, baby. I love you. Did you enjoy your day? All right, good. Friday, it's the slumber party. We're gonna have some real fun, okay? And you'll open more gifts then, all right? Bye. It should. Bye-bye. Love you. OG is my table partner. Miss T says, say less. Appreciate everybody showing my daughter some love on her birthday. She getting a gillion comments on Facebook and Instagram. That's a testament of how much love and support I get, the BEN gets. So I just wanted to personally say thank you to everybody who's shown my daughter some love. Auntie Sugar has entered the building. Good evening, Auntie. Hello to you. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. Auntie come through with the happy birthday. Thanks for showing my baby some love. She's a hell of a kid. I promise you. She deserves all the accolades, the praise, and the support that she's getting from each and every one of y'all. I appreciate that. So, OG, we known for going off the rails, but I want to do something a little serious tonight. You know what I mean? Thank you, Concrete Rose, for that. Much appreciated. I wanted to get into something tonight. And it's a little more serious. And I want to start the show with it. Only because it really is. I remember when this story broke, Angry OG, you had put me on to the story. If you see those two lawyers on the left and right, and in the middle of those two lawyers is this piece of shit, Mark Dow. He is a Philadelphia police officer who murdered Eddie Irizarry. You guys might have seen that viral clip when the police jump out their car and they walk up to a man that's in another car, and in less than 5 seconds, he exclaimed, "I will shoot you." And then 5 seconds later, shoots Eddie Irizarry multiple times, killing him. He was originally arrested and charged. One of the charges was murder, and now they have dismissed. A judge in the Philadelphia court system has dismissed all charges against Mark Dow. They have dismissed all charges against him. He is free. He is walking around. That piece of shit is free. And right now, I wish I had the live feed, but I don't have the live feed. There is a protest going on down in Philadelphia City Hall. They are live protesting the judge and the justice system for dismissing all charges. How do you dismiss all charges? I don't know. The facts of the case are that man walked up without seeing any weapon. He tried to lie at first. He tried to lie and say he saw a weapon or a weapon was brandished, and that man got out the car and charged him. His original report was that man got out the car and charged at him. Then there was an establishment. There was an establishment that had the incident recorded. The incident was recorded. And we found out later that the cop was lying. That piece of shit got out of his car, his gun out. He walked up to the window before giving any instructions. The first words out of his mouth was, "I will shoot you." And that's exactly what he did. He killed that man. Eddie Irizarry. Say his name. Put the pressure on the cops. Let's get some type of special investigation going. Because I don't know who the judge was that dismissed all charges. But it says to me, and it also sets a very dangerous precedent, which we've lived through with George Floyd. It wasn't until people were pressured, the justice system was pressured to charge those cops involved in George Floyd murder. And I feel like it's the same thing here. This was caught on tape. How the fuck do you not have enough evidence when it's caught on tape? This says to me, number one, that qualified immunity for police officers should be abolished immediately. Because if OG or myself walked up and did that to anybody, and we weren't a law enforcement officer, we would be under the goddamn jail. Okay? And the fact that that man executed that young man on camera, and they saying it's a lack of evidence, when that man clearly tried to cover the shit up by lying, saying he got out of the car and lunged at him with a fucking knife. And then when the family got hold of the video, the family, not the police, the family released the footage to the public that shows exactly what happened. How the fuck, if this shit is caught on 4K, in 4K, that there's lack of evidence? I've watched and I've seen episodes of First 48. They done got motherfucking arrest warrants for less. That young man is gone. And it sounds like he won't get no justice unless we put the pressure on the powers that be to get that young man justice. Please say his name, write your congressperson, do whatever you can, man. It's time to protest. It's time to do something. That family lost a son, a nephew, an uncle, a father. And for what? And for what? It's amazing how the racists can never see us, or they got 20/20 vision when we in the stores and they following us around. They vision all fucked up. They can't tell Skittles from guns or knives or weapons. You can flat out tell a motherfucker, yeah, it's a weapon in the car, and be executed. You can tell a motherfucker, I can't, you can't sell Lucy's in the strip mall. But a police officer can rape, abuse, and kill women and still maintain their qualified immunity and not be charged. It's qualified immunity for the police. It's the most egregious thing. The most egregious thing, or the most egregious law that we have on the books today. Now, I hear, it's silly laws out there and all that, but qualified immunity has real world consequences. Not you can't eat a moose butt on Friday the 13th in Saskatchewan. Qualified immunity for police means they are protected. They're allowed to kill as long as it's in the line of duty. I don't know what kind of evidence or how much more evidence they need for them to have maintained the charges and indicted that man and took him to trial. But for them to dismiss all charges for lack of evidence, I think it's a spit in the face of his family, his friends, and our community. I don't think we should sit idle and stand for that shit. I think we all got a part to play, no matter how small. Start a petition if it's one that already exists, sign it. Write whoever you can write, call whoever you can call. If you're able to go down to City Hall and protest, join everybody else. Go down and protest. But we can't stand for the execution of Black and brown people on camera in 4K and dismiss and have a judge just dismiss all charges. That's what's really killing me right now. All charges? All charges, not an aggravated assault, not involuntary manslaughter, like nothing. You just dismissed all the charges. That is crazy. Couple of these comments speaks wonders for the man who, I appreciate that, Miss T. What kind of money had to be exchanged for them to drop the charges? I don't know. I don't know. But something ain't right. Something smell fishy. Roll said, evening, folks. That's brother hug ladies. What's up, Roll? Sonya said he's a liar. He's a murderer. And this was a judge that we voted in office. Lord have mercy. Tiff praying. Sonya said, poor man didn't even speak English. Q, what's up, Q? For sure, good looking for coming in tonight, Q. Got to bring you on, asking about what I got to bring you on to see what shows you got that's already released, about to premiere, or already out there that we need to watch, please, movies or television. She said, yeah, that's crazy. Meanwhile, the Puerto Rican cop that shot the little white boy got charged with his murder. Of course. Rose said it's disgusting. It is disgusting. I didn't want to spend too much time on that. I just thought it was important, you know what I mean, to get that information out there. Because I don't know about y'all, and I love to hear y'all thoughts. But do you guys feel safe with the police? Do you guys feel safe with the police or the policing of your neighborhoods? I want to know, do you guys feel safe with the police in your neighborhood? I personally don't, because you never know who you're going to get. I'm tired of hearing that shit that not all cops are bad. What's bullshit to me is it was another cop that was there with that cop that killed Eddie. He signed off on a report that he jumped out the car and lunged at him with a knife. So don't tell me about no good cops. Because at the end of the day, the good cops should be reporting the bad cops. That badge, that blue suit, them batons and them guns and them handcuffs belong to the biggest, most disturbing gang on the planet. And if you don't believe cops are actually part of gangs, I'm going to find that video. But there are cops that are sworn to uphold the law, protect and serve. And I think the graphic was in California where they actually showed that it was like 6 or 7 different actual gangs that actual cops belong to. And the gangs wasn't no street gangs. These gangs were formed and derived from active police officers. Active police officers. And it's a name for them. And I think I'm going to try to bring y'all that video next week because, like Creamy said, that shit is super disturbing. Super disturbing. Try to explain this to people, especially foreigners. When I get asked the question, you know, why is it like that in America? Why do you guys, you know, kind of like fear the police? I try to explain this to women when we have those relationship talks. And one of the things I always say is, yo, black men have so much shit to worry about when we walk out the door. Fact of the matter is, this is an example of what the fuck I'm talking about. We don't know if we're going to run into a cop that's racist, that's looking to make his bones, that's scared because he see a cell phone in my fucking hand, think it's a weapon, and execute me. And I don't make it home to my daughters. That's a real life worry. That's a real life situation that could happen. That's a real life outcome that's possible when every black man walk out the door. And yeah, I don't give a fuck how often you think it happens. It's a lot of times this shit go unreported because the person may have survived. They may have just broke his arm. They may have just broke his leg. They may have just knocked his teeth out. They may have just knocked him unconscious. A lot of times motherfuckers don't die when cops fuck them up. But in this instance, that young man died. I could ask OG right now, because we grew up in the same neighborhood. We grew up with some of the same police officers that patrolled our neighborhoods. I'll give you examples of the type of shit they used to do. Imagine being outside shooting dice. Yes, it's illegal, right? Now, who are we harming? Nobody. But imagine the cops pull up 2, maybe 3 cars deep, maybe even 1 car. You know, people try to walk off. No, they grabbing people. They'll put your chest down in some spit, put your head on the side of the sidewalk in the spit. They'll put you in cuffs, put you in a cop car, drive you all the way over to Fairmount Avenue, depending on how far they're willing to drive. Just be careful just not to go outside of their jurisdiction and drop you off and make you walk back to wherever the fuck you was at. They'll strip and they'll take all your money. None of the money was reported because we were never arrested. So they was basically robbing the citizens of the money. Didn't matter how the citizen got the money. It's illegal for them to take it. A lot of shit went unreported. A lot of times, cops take you in the back of the 16th district, fuck you up in the parking lot until you get out of here. These are real life things that happen with police that were policing our neighborhoods. And ultimately, we were subjected to that. This is what we had to deal with in our neighborhoods. All because cops have qualified immunity. They really can get away with murder. They really can. First Lad said, I have a big, lanky 5'7" son who is only 12, and I have never told him to run to a cop if he's in trouble. I'm afraid they will see him as a threat before finding out what's up. Nope, that is a real world possibility. See, a lot of time, people think when NWA came out with the fuck the police, them people couldn't really understand why they were saying fuck the police. Why would, I mean, the cops are here to protect and serve. The cops help us. The cops help us. They take care of us. They make sure we're safe. Them the cops in your neighborhood. The police in the inner cities are a lot different. Creamy, I hated it. Luke, I don't fuck with none of them. It really still is fuck the police though. And they still want us to believe that there are some good ones out there. You can't be good and allow your fellow officers to, or you can't assist them with covering shit up and still think you're a good officer. Them two things don't go together. If this was two normal, regular people, everyday citizens, and you help the motherfucker cover something up, guess what? It's aiding and abetting, and it's also conspiracy. You're going to get the same charges in the same amount of time as that motherfucker. Cops, they don't have to deal with that. They don't have to face that. These motherfuckers can get away with any fucking thing they want because of qualified immunity. I swear we need to get rid of qualified immunity. Abolish that shit immediately. Hold cops accountable. If they were liable, and it had to come out their own pocket, you would see a huge shift in the way police neighborhoods. For sure. Tim said, definitely got my ass whooped behind the 16th by the law. I mean, this was the reality we lived in. This is every day.
I ain't never catching no beat down, but I definitely just took the fuck back there and had to sit in the cell a couple times for nothing. And then they let us go.
Ain't charge you with nothing. Just inconvenience the shit.
Being outside.
Shabira, what's up? Good evening, family, to you too. Sonia said, just told my daughter you cannot appear as the aggressor when the situation happens because the cops are not for you. Sonia, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I've seen videos. I watch these videos called Audit America, right? Or First Amendment audits. And all they do is regular citizens is just walk around with their phones, recording certain shit. Recording in public is not a crime. As a matter of fact, it's a First Amendment right. Cops are sworn to uphold the amendment, which means you have every right to film in public. But when you get the Kens and the Karens and business owners say you can't film in here, excuse me, I can film whatever I can see that's in public. Well, I don't give you authorization to film me. Excuse me. If you're in public, you have no right to privacy. What kills me is it's 1,000 cameras in stores, outside stores, in cop cars, other cars. There's cameras when you're walking down the street, you walk in any establishment, there's cameras everywhere. They never have a problem with those cameras. But the minute they see an everyday citizen walking around filming, it becomes a problem. That's not aggressive. And I've seen those people get slammed, locked up, tased, slammed into the back of the paddy wagons. I've seen all that. Walking around like this. Any of you feel threatened if I walk around with my phone like this filming? Doesn't matter if they see you as aggressive. All they see is this. My head big as shit too. But all they see is the color of your skin. You're automatically aggressive. Man or woman. And black man, apex predator. Black woman, angry black woman with too much mouth. You can't challenge. I can show you videos of them slamming black women to the ground because a black woman questioned them. Cops don't like to be questioned. And they absolutely hate if you know the law. They absolutely hate if you know the law. Do yourself a favor, learn it. Learn it. Big Rose said, can never explain the words being a large black man with tattoos, a thick beard, and long hair being pulled over by 5 up. You nailed it. That fear is mind-blowing. That fear is mind-blowing. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if I'm 6'4", 280, 290. They got the guns. They got the badges. They got the cuffs, the batons. More importantly, they got qualified immunity. Doesn't matter what I say, because in the justice system and in the court of law, when it's your word against a police officer's word, they're never going to take my word or your word. You better have that shit in 4K. And it can't just be in 4K. You got to have it in 4K from multiple angles. You got to have it in 4K from start to finish. Because all they got to do is create some sort of reasonable doubt and they win the case. They're going to believe the cop over you. When it comes to your interaction with police, film everything. Film everything. Know the law. Film everything. That's right. Then you better get out of public. Rose shaking my head. Y'all get the likes up. Thanks, Auntie Sugar. I appreciate that. Big Rose said, fact, Shannon. Nothing matters. Paperwork right. Mannerisms non-threatening. 50-50 chance it could go wrong for you. And no justice when it goes wrong. That's a fact, bro. It's not even like every time I've been pulled over by the police, it's never been some regular shit. Them motherfuckers like throw your keys out the window. Put your hands out the window so we can see your hands. It is wild to me. It is absolutely wild to me that they get away with that sort of behavior. Thanks again, Auntie Sugar. Sonia Carroll, as soon as the cop pulled me over, I say I'm in fear of my life. Please call your supervisor. That is a fact. The minute you ask for a supervisor, they must provide a supervisor. The minute you ask them for their name and badge number, they must provide you with their name and badge number. Okay? It is absolutely your right to ask for a supervisor. That's why I say start recording immediately. Start to record immediately. Go live if you have to. Most lives on most platforms are saved to the platform. The best one to go live from is YouTube or Facebook. Go live from either platform and it will save that live video in case you need it later. But if you're fearful, please, first thing you need to do, name and badge number, please. I need a supervisor here, please. Can you call your supervisor? Most supervisors who are in the supervisory capacity should know the law. The officers should know the law, but the supervisors, since they've been elevated, should have proven that they have an understanding of the laws that they trying to enforce. Just be careful out there, folks. It's hard to be a black or brown person in this country. Do the best you can to keep your head on the swivel and stay safe. Don't take for granted. Don't take for granted anything. You just never know. So we're gonna jump off that right quick. Let's get Dusty right quick, OG. We got another Dusty John. First of all, the reason I'm laughing, right, because I know what this one is. I recorded it. As a matter of fact, you got to get back over here. We got more stuff to record.
We don't be having no food though, man.
Just say I don't be having no watermelon. Matter of fact, send the menu of what you want, and I got you. Okay.
You know, I'm a little black Sambo. I just want some watermelon.
I'm gonna hit the spot on 62nd, and
I'm a cash app. You can get me one, man. I'll be over tomorrow.
No.
I'll be over tomorrow, man.
What's tomorrow? Wednesday?
Yeah.
It'll have to be. We'll have to film late.
I ain't got shit. Well, I'll be working, but I ain't got nothing to do other than that.
All right. Then it's a date.
I'm about to send you the money for the watermelon in a second.
Look, country ass old angry OG. All right, but we got one.
Auntie Sugar, you sold us the fuck out Saturday. You said you was showing up. You ain't keep your word, so until you, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you a fibber now. You told us to fib.
So let's check out another installment of Angry OG's Just Dusty. Now, y'all know when y'all watch this, I need y'all to comment real time. Whether or not it's some dusty behavior.
I don't think that was Dusty, though.
We're going to let the people decide, okay? Let us know if Angry OG's new installment of Just Dusty is just that, Dusty.
Hey now, it's your man Angry OG here with my initial installment of Just Dusty. Now, without naming names, it was a situation that somebody got into with a young lady they were seeing. So the young lady had gotten some kind of plastic surgery. I think it was sort of something like a tummy tuck or whatever it was. So basically when you get a tummy tuck, you know, part of your recovery, you have these drains in you or whatever. So it's according to how much liquid fluid that's coming out, how many drains they attach to you. So she had like 4 drains in her, fresh off the procedure, and had sex on the couch. Is that dusty or what? Y'all tell me if that dusty or what. I don't have nothing else to say. I'm out, beloved.
Just Dusty.
I don't think that was dusty, man.
First of all, Auntie Sugar says she got to make it up. Luke cracking up. Before I give my response, I need y'all to let me know if it's dusty. I have my own thoughts, okay? Aunt said, ew, fluids everywhere. Luke said, how the fuck? Wait, what? Laughing my ass off. Bird, what's up? Bird said, dusty rules. Aunt said, dusty as fuck. Sonya said, not for somebody.
I wasn't saying no names, Sonya Carol.
Creamy said, I don't like it. Sonya said, that's just nasty. Now,
Sonya Carol did it with her period on before and talking about something nasty.
how the fuck do you know that?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Bird said, Dustin Timberlake. Auntie Sugar said, I don't think so. I mean, the pussy still work.
Tell him again, Auntie.
Big Rose said lint ballish, semi-dustified. First of all, I'm gonna say the shit is dusty because how you even get excited when it's 2, 3, 4, even if it was one drain.
He had a shirt on, so I couldn't see him.
Say what now?
She had a shirt on, like a t-shirt on.
So you couldn't see him? So this one was you again.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yo, listen.
Just dusty.
Yeah.
Just dusty.
That's definitely
Just dusty.
bro. Even if I couldn't see him, had you seen him before y'all got into it, or you never saw him at all?
I saw him.
Nah, no sir. No sir. No sir. I could not and would not. It probably won't even get up, bro. It probably
And it was good. What did you talk about?
You gonna have fluid everywhere. You probably
It wasn't leaking out like that. Like,
and y'all was doing it on the couch.
yep, a little side action.
First of all, the side is my favorite. First of all, that little side should be my favorite. But you dusty, bro. You definitely dusty.
It was worth it.
Luke said, laughing my ass off, Angry OG dry snitching on himself. Crazy said he can never hold it in. Justice said, Shorty was like, drain old nigga. Luke said, oh, it's 100% dusty now, laughing my ass off.
Luke, you a hater, man. It wasn't dusty until you found out it was me.
So he said, those fluids stink. Rose said, laughing my ass off at OG. Luke cracking up. Rose like, ew. And said, and it was good.
Eddie Murphy.
And it was Eddie Murphy. You just the dust, just the pile up. Swift or Sweet can't help you.
That was in my backsliding days.
That was in your backsliding days.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was definitely dusty, bro. That was definitely dusty. Make sure y'all tune in each and every week for the Dusty installment. If you guys want to come on and tell a Dusty story, even if you want to cover your face, we can hide your identity. We just need to record it. I can change the voice, and you don't have to use a picture. I can put a silhouette up with a question mark. Nobody has to know it's you. If you got a Dusty story.
Yo, it's crazy though, since we got all these fucking Mother Teresa's and all these people that ain't never did nothing. Like,
so the fact of the matter is, you got to remember, we've had some fucking shows where a lot of them admitted to a lot of shit. A lot of shit. I want them to come on and tell their dusty stories.
They're not going to do it.
But we can hide their identity. I won't tell nobody who it is.
They're not going to do it.
Rose said OG that bumped it up to LOD, Legion of Dusty. Damn. Auntie Sugar, y'all know y'all some freaks. Stop the cat. I don't know what Dan the Freak got to do with that one. That's like
because they lying and shit.
That's like fluids leaking out your body. So if you want to tell a dusty story,
leaking out is going into wherever it's draining into. It don't come out, like it go into the drains.
Bag, right?
It's like these like syringe type things, like.
Hey yo, like Rose said, Friday shows are extremely revealing. The ladies get real loose on those shows. That's right, especially when the wine is flowing. They definitely fit to get loose.
I'm the only one that do dusty shit. Like, come on, man.
No, sir. No, sir. Listen, Jessica did some dusty shit. Auntie Sugar did some dusty shit. Creamy.
Creamy said she ain't do nothing dusty.
She do that. If she milking niggas, that's dusty.
She said she ain't did nothing dusty.
That's dusty. I'm sure I've done some dusty shit. I just can't think of it right now. But you can have total anonymity if you want to come on and do the Just Dusty segment. We will provide you with complete anonymity. I will be the only one to record it. So, you don't have to worry about it leaking. I'll change the voice. No one will ever see your face. Creamy said I didn't even comment.
No, last week you did though. When you was on and you said you didn't do nothing dusty.
Also, we got a new segment. We're gonna try. This is a nod and an ode to Jet Magazine. How many people remember Jet Magazine? Drop a jet in the comments if you remember Jet Magazine. Creamy said, "I'll milk a motherfucker at the drop."
That ain't even dusty. That's just nasty. That's disgusting.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So I'm trying. If you remember Jet Magazine, drop a jet in the chat right now. We're trying to not bring it back because Jet was Jet, but it's like a nod to Jet Magazine and the Beauty of the Week. And if you would like to be Beauty of the Week, you could submit a picture. It has to be full body. And let me explain why. That's not no pervy shit, okay? The whole reason I'm asking it for it to be a full body is so that we can show that we don't discriminate. So if you only take pictures from the neck up, you can't be Beauty of the Week. It's got to be a full body pic. It doesn't matter if you're thin, full frame, BBW. We accepting all beauties. We're not accepting all. We do have some discretion, but the point is we want it to be everyday women that will be the Beauty of the Week. The very first one comes by way of Florida. I met this young lady when I was in Tampa. We were real good friends. She's a published model, a mom. She's just dope. Like, I asked her, I reached out, said, yo, we got a John. You'll be the inaugural Beauty of the Week, if that's okay. She gave the nigga a thumbs up. I did a portfolio for her social media. So we trying to bring it back. If you want to be the Beauty of the Week, drop full body pictures in my inbox. Again, I don't care if you're full figured, if you're BBW, just make sure it's a really nice picture, something you would be proud for people to see.
No filters.
Try not to go too heavy on the filters. Hair doesn't matter. You could be bald, it could be short, it could be locked, you could have the weave, doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you're full figured and you got something going on that you would like us to spotlight. As a matter of fact, next week's Beauty of the Week has already been chosen. She's a familiar face. I got her permission as well. But say what's up to our first Beauty of the Week, Miss Kiana Lachey. There y'all go. That's what it will look like. That's why I asked for full figure. She is a very nice looking woman. Don't try to compare yourself to her. Don't try to say you can't do it because you don't look like her. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a really nice picture in this full body, we welcome you to be the big exclusive network Beauty of the Week. Kurt said, I got some dusty stories. I know that to be true, brother. And you definitely you definitely need to come on and tell your story. You are more than welcome. You want to pre-record it, we could do that. You want anonymity, we could do that. I got a feeling you don't really care. Maybe you won't use names, but I'm sure you got some legendary Dusty stories, bro. Luke said, Jet, it was on page 43, big roll. Luke, yes, sir. Roll clapping. Auntie Sugar said, Lord, have mercy. Don't let the looks fool you. She is super dope, down-to-earth woman. She was really cool when we met. We definitely keep in touch. She's out of Fort Pierce, but she spends a lot of time in Tampa and Miami working. Yeah, like support. Follow her at Kiana Lachey on Instagram. And like I said, inbox me if you want to be the BEN Beauty of the Week. Remember, full body picture. Long as it's a nice picture, you know, we'll accept it. Please, not so much on the filters, please. And thank you. But for sure, we need some everyday, regular women on our Beauty of the Week. Let me know if y'all think that was a good idea. Salute to everybody who dropped the jet in the chat. Much appreciated. Salute to all the people that's lurking right now who refuse to say hello, who think they low. We know you there. We appreciate the support. Keep lurking, keep watching, just running it up for us. We appreciate that. Now, let's go on to the next topic, bro. You ready? I'm ready. So I have this video. And from time to time, I find shit on the internet. And this one struck me. I thought it would be a good conversation starter because I feel like a lot of women feel like this. And this man's response to what this woman said, I thought was really dope. So I definitely want to talk about that. But do remember, during the broadcast, you can support the page by sending some stars. That's a digital gift that helps us earn some money. 1 star is 1 cent. Like I said, you can send 1 star, you can send 50, you can send 100. That's $1. More than appreciated. Don't forget to make sure you guys are following us on all social media. That's the big exclusive network on all social media. And support our sponsors. Shop iCraftMart.com. We're going to get into this video, bro. I need you guys to pay attention. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot going on. Please, as I ask every time, make sure you guys comment real time. Brandy has entered the chat. Good evening, Brandy. So make sure you guys comment real time your thoughts. And the reason, it's a very specific reason I ask y'all to comment real time. To see if your perspective kind of changes as the video goes along. Because the woman starts off by saying, why are black women, boom, boom, boom. And then he comes in because it's a stitch from TikTok. So please do me a favor, comment real time, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
Why are black women the only group that's being asked to build men up financially? Why are black women the only group that's being asked to build men up financially? Why are black women the only group that's being asked to build men up financially?
I will definitely not aim this towards all black women because I know there are a lot of traditional black women that are out there. But I do not agree with this woman at all. Hear me out. I am a sales consultant for a luxury car brand, and I sell cars to all walks of life, all different types of cultures, ethnicities, all different types of people. All different types. And the reason why a lot of those men who are from different cultures who are very traditional do not have to ask their women for any type of help is because their women do it willingly. It's almost like that's who they are. And I'm gonna give you some examples. I had sold this doctor a car, okay? I believe he was a neurosurgeon or something of that nature. And he also did real estate. The guy made a lot of money. So I wanted some advice and I asked him, different tips he can help me on because I was a marketer. So after we talked, he literally told me, he said, the reason why I am where I am today is because of my wife. As his wife sat across him, he told me that when he was in med school, when he was trying to get better at real estate and all these different things, his woman held him down. She made most of the money at that time. He didn't want for anything. He did the best he could to help support himself just as much as his relationship with his woman. Because of her, it helped elevate him to being in the position that he is now as a neurosurgeon, and also him being really good in real estate, which gives them the riches that they have today. And what if I told you that that same woman is in the medical field and makes over $500,000 a year? Like, the woman was a straight boss. But the dopest thing that I heard from this woman had nothing to do with how much money she made. She listened to her man speak and literally let him do his thing. She didn't have to tell me what she did for that man. It was something she knew she wanted to do. She allowed her man to lead, and she showed that man respect, and he loved her for it, and he made sure to reciprocate that energy just like she did to him. And I also met another man that was from Palestine, and he had his own hotel. And when I sold this man a car, he told me, before I make a decision, I want to talk to my wife first. And I said, that's no problem. I said, is there a reason why? And he sat there and said, my wife is actually my accountant. My wife does all my numbers. My financial decision is just as important as hers. When he's so busy running his hotel or doing other things, she's helping him run it on the side. Look, I've met black couples like this, Asian couples like this, almost every type of person when it comes to a marriage. The biggest common denominator is that these women work with their men. They are teammates. These men want their wives to live soft lives. But the difference is that these women also reciprocate. They also work with their men. They are high-functioning teammates. She helps him, and he gives her a beautiful life, and together they both win. Now, to my ladies, I'm not telling you to give your all to a man that is a bum, dude that comes home every single day doing absolutely nothing with himself, borrowing your car, ripping and running, doing all that stupid stuff. Like, we know those types of men. There's a lot of women out there that give their all to men that ain't doing nothing for themselves. And we all know those types of women that date those types of men. So don't be mad if things are not working out for you, if you are giving your all to a man who is not going to reciprocate the way you are. Not a black thing, it's not a white thing, Asian thing. It is a traditional thing. It's a teamwork thing, and men and women work together to make the dream work. Pour into a fountain and not a drain.
Pour into a fountain and not
It's
a
a lot
drain.
of drains out here, man.
Pour into a fountain and not a drain. It's important. First thing, the first couple comments I noticed were not true. Not true, sis. So I'm feeling like, if that's not true, where did that woman's rhetoric come from? Where did it come from? Is that from her actual experience? Because she made it sound like she was speaking for all black women, and the black women, let me just say this. First of all, the BEN, we just got some of the dopest women, black women who listen. We got some of the most supportive women who support the network. And I just want to say thank you for that. But that woman made it seem as if she was speaking for all women. When
Like
she
that was
said,
their mantra.
why,
She was
right,
their
like it's a
spokesperson.
mantra for black women. Why are black women the only group of women that are expected to support their men financially?
Because she in denial about making fucked up choices with dusty ass dudes.
I'm gonna need you to say that one more again.
She in denial about being responsible for picking dusty ass dudes. Like, you pick fucked up dudes, so that's the result you get. You know that motherfucker was fucked up, and you're gonna pigeonhole every dude, every black man into that category because you fucked up.
I think it's very telling that she said that shit with such passion and such vigor.
Because they go after the same type of guy that at the end of the day, the shit ain't gonna work with this is a faction of dudes that they go after, and you know for sure that this motherfucker that shit ain't gonna be, what it's supposed to be. Y'all looking at all the shit that don't really matter when it comes to having something with somebody. Y'all looking at his swag. Y'all looking at how he dressed. Y'all looking at like the dumb shit. That shit don't have no residual value at all. At all. What the fuck can you go to the store and buy with swag?
all my life, um, I was never. Nah, I guess I had periods where I guess I was cool, but I never thought of myself as like cool or having swag. I'm not into fashion, so clothes and fashion was never my thing. Um, the things I were interested in, it didn't seem like no black person was interested in at the time. But it's not about me. What I'm trying to get to is how, first of all, you're right. I don't think she took accountability for the choices that she made that led her to feel like that. Because a lot of times, dating is a key factor in knowing who this person is. Dating is like, dating, if used correctly, will save you a lot of grief. Um, we would be able to do away with sayings like, you got to be careful about who you have kids with. Because if we're dating properly, especially, I'll use, one of the Dom phrases, at this big age, we would avoid a lot of heartache and a lot of grief and a lot of disappointment, right? And Brandy, she laughed at me, she cracked jokes. Big Exclusive want to know your credit scores. Do you have any LLCs? And he want to lay down and do taxes, or he want to figure out what's your credit score and all that. That's just me knowing who I am and knowing what I need to have a sustainable relationship. There's certain things that I require in a relationship. Hey, Queen, I'm going to get to all the comments. Don't stop the comments from coming, okay? And one of the fundamental things that I need, besides the foundational things, we go over the foundational things all the time. But one of the fundamental things I need personally from me, which I feel like is a prerequisite, is support. And words of affirmation is my primary love language. Because I need to know that you're here for the right reasons. How would I know if you're here for the right reasons? First of all, men and women say all the time they got bamboozled. They wasn't like that when we first met.
Yes, they was. You ignored that shit.
You was running through them flags like it was the circus. Because anybody I've ever talked to, they'll tell you I asked questions that may seem invasive, but also I ask a lot of questions that require you to think. Because first and foremost, I need to know if you're a thinker. I need to know if you're capable of having conversation that goes beyond hot topics and entertainment. I need to know that, after sex, that we will have something to talk about. We'll have something to look forward to. We'll have primary and couple goals that we chase. I can't do it if all our conversation is superficial. I can't do it if I don't feel like you're analytical and you can think. Because the way I see it is, I am somebody. And at some point, I'm going to need to be over here, and maybe you as my significant other can represent us in whatever business that we got going on. I need to be able to trust that you can handle yourself. You have the vocabulary and the vernacular to be able to stand in for me and be able to convey what I need you to convey as a businessman or a woman. See, when you look past shit like that, you find yourself wondering why the fuck it didn't work. Because that person wasn't your person. It wasn't meant for you. See, I think a lot of these problems can be alleviated if you ask the right question. I seriously want to know, what goals do you have for the next 3 months, 6, 2 years, 5 years? I'm not saying you have to have a comprehensive, detailed, written out plan. But if you can answer that question, that lets me know you have forethought, foresight, and you know where you want to be. Because if you don't know where you want to go, you freestyle it. How the fuck can a man lead you somewhere and you don't know where the fuck he going? How can a woman follow a motherfucker that don't have no plan? She won't. She can't. She'll refuse. I can't deal with no dummies. And I don't mean that in the sense of, I mean, don't order filet mignon when we go to a restaurant. I can't be embarrassed like that.
What about Horace divorce?
That you don't do that either. It's immediately a wrap for me when you do that. No, give me the check. It's time to go. There's no need for me to call or talk to you anymore, because one of my primary reasons for dating is not myself, it's my daughters. So if I don't trust you to be able to lead and or teach my daughter something or anything positive, you're not the one for me. You're not the one for me. Because God forbid anything happens to me and my daughters are in your care, I need to be able to trust that you're going to lead them to where I want to lead them. I got to trust morally that you're not bankrupt and you can preach the same morals, or at least try to teach the same morals I was trying to teach. I need to know that you can lead them somewhere and be a good example. My daughters have never seen me with another woman outside of their mother. Never. I don't want to give them the impression and or the wrong idea. Subsequently, I haven't met the person that I was comfortable with sharing them with, introducing them to. At least not yet. I think I have. But at the end of the day, you have to be remarkable in my eyes. But that's just me. And one of the things that I see in our community, if we can get that part right, because I remember Kev had a young lady on, and she was trying to force him to add the caveat that men are toxic and you don't know they're toxic until X, Y, Z. And he like, no, you got to make better decisions. You got to make better choices. He said the problem is, you guys choose these men and you procreate with them. You have kids with them. And now you're perpetuating that energy, that stereotype, and those type of actions to the next generation. And you're not trying to be held accountable for your bad choices. Men make bad choices as well. We aren't exempt from making bad decisions or bad choices. And I hope it doesn't come across like I'm just trying to beat on women. But I'm a man. I can only speak from my perspective. And I open the show to any woman who would like to come on and add their perspective. I'm always open to listen to a different perspective, but I can only speak from mine. We have to stop, men and women, with this idea that you're dating people for swag. You dating people because you see that they have a certain car or a certain amount of money. We got to stop dating people for love. Ooh, I know that's controversial. I know they about to go off on me now. Got to stop dating people for love. Love don't last. Love is like ebbs and flows.
Man, love don't live here no more.
Love doesn't live anywhere permanently. Not the type of love that y'all think of when you think of a relationship. When you think of familial love, yes, you can love your kids forever. You love your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your son, your daughter, your nieces, your nephews, your godkids forever. But when it comes to unconditional love for another human being, a significant other,
your children,
that's a fantasy. You too old. Like Don would say, at this big age, you too old to believe that. And if you don't believe me, I challenge you. Think about every motherfucker you ever loved. And if I'm not mistaken, the majority of our listeners, single as a dollar bill. Think about the person you was in love with and you loved them oh so much. It wasn't unconditional, because if it was, y'all would still be together. No, I'm not saying be stupid, stay in an abusive relationship. Never. Never. Love has never, nor will it ever be enough to sustain a relationship. Give me loyalty. Give me respect. Give me integrity. What is integrity? Do you speak the same way about me in my face that you do behind my back when I'm not around, when I'm not in earshot? Do you defend me?
Nope.
That's integrity.
Nope. Like that bald head black bastard get on my nerves.
You motherfuckers, after a while, hate the way a nigga chew,
Mm-hmm.
hate the way a nigga breathe.
I wish he just shut the fuck up. His voice getting on my nerves.
Listen, I got more, but I'm gonna get to some of these comments because I see them coming in fast and furious. Royalty, facts, and the most difficult thing in dating and in a relationship is being honest. I don't think that's the most difficult thing. And let me address that right quick, because I think that's the most important thing when you're dating, is to be 100% honest, 100% transparent. You know why?
I gotta tell a couple white ones, man.
Look, respect you. Listen, you 55 years old. I ain't about to tell you nothing that you don't already know. However, my advice to the people who want a serious relationship that lasts, never take away a person's option. Tell them everything. Tell them everything. Some shit you're gonna be uncomfortable. Have the uncomfortable count. Now I'm saying this, once you flip the switch and y'all decide that y'all gonna date seriously. That's the best opportunity. That's the linchpin right there. That's gonna be the crux and the foundation for the whole relationship going forward. It's going to set the tone. Tell me the good, tell me the bad, tell me the ugly. If I can't deal with it, guess what? No harm, no foul. You walk away clean. There's no fighting, no argument, no heartbreak, none of that. You get to walk away clean. But if you can, and it's all on the table, you didn't take away the option. You gave them the option to see if they could handle your shit. Just like they should give you the option to see if you can handle their shit. And if y'all can handle each other's shit, at that point, there's nothing y'all won't be able to get through in a relationship. I'll finish reading the rest of the comment. Start over. Facts. The most difficult thing in dating and in a relationship is being honest with your partner and being honest with yourself. Despite the fear you might have or want, or despite the fear you might have or what you might be feeling. Understood. But you got to grow out of that. When dating with a purpose, you have to trust your partner to be vulnerable so you can grow together. Facts, royalty. Good evening, Dr. Tondalea Cleat. Angry OG is definitely right. A lot of time people attract who they are or attract their trauma over and over again. Royalty, communication is to even when you come from two different worlds, you have to sit down and have the tough conversation so you can understand what your partner, or I guess where your partner's coming from. Communication is key. I hate voice to text. Well, don't do it, bro. Type it out. Then proofread. First, last, cracking up. Queen, cracking up. Tiffany Ann said, it's like I always say, just like dating profiles. And when you're answering all those questions to create a profile in the dating app, we need to be asking the same questions. There's nothing wrong with dating. There's nothing wrong with recording. You don't have to rush into a relationship. Queen said, yes, Shannon. First Last says, Caesar salad. God, no. God, no. Don't do that to me. Tiffany had nothing wrong with dating, nothing wrong with courting. Okay, correction. That's how you get to know someone. Ant says, heavy. Dr. Tondalea said, when two people are on the same page, their goals align and both operate as a team for and in the best interest of the team, that's when the outcome is the type of successful relationship mentioned. Goddamn, nail that shit on the head, why don't you? Sonia Carroll said, yes, Shannon. Tiff said, love is wavering. And in some cases, unfortunately, love is conditional. All situations, love is conditional.
In all cases, when it comes to a man and a woman, he's only love on conditions. Without certain conditions, you ain't gonna love him.
Another round of applause for you. Let's see, big role. Mistakes can be made on both sides. We can't meet someone who's perfect. They don't exist, regardless of what we go through, good or bad. Our experiences make us who we are today. Shit happens for a reason. Sonya said, "Love is a choice." Royalty, I kind of agree with that. When you meet the right person, love can last forever, even beyond the grave. This
Well,
nigga
meet
don't
the
like
right
me.
person and show us then.
So I would challenge that. Give me an example. I always ask people, do you know somebody who love each other unconditionally? That love through everything?
Because as a man, lose your ability to earn and watch what happens.
Luke, love has never been enough. Royalty, my grandpa fucked up and had a whole kid on the side and owned up to his shit on my grandma and still loved him. And after he passed, she never even attempted anyone else because of love and memories.
She was old and she ain't want nobody else. Like, she was cool.
Right. Brandy, Angry OG had the bald head black bastard comment locked and loaded. Sonya Carroll said, if we look at what's actually been shown by the person instead of what we hope they can be, we can be much happier. I can agree with that. Royalty said, let's be honest, all of that encompasses love. Be honest with who about
He
what?
caping for somebody, man. He trying to
Definitely
make
is,
himself
man.
seem like he this Renaissance
It
man.
sounds like this nigga on here begging egg and cheese.
Yeah, that's what he doing, man.
Yeah, he begging egg and cheese right
He want to sound like this Renaissance man. He got his shit together, and he hopes somebody listening.
Queen said you have to be 100% honest. I agree. Kurt said no one thing is ever enough because you can give me loyalty, respect, and support. But if you don't love me, I don't want it either. Balancing all things. So when you hear me say, give me the love and give me the respect and the integrity, I'm not saying do away with love. I just said love does this, which means I have the love. It's just peaks and valleys. But when the peaks come, that's fine because the love is there, is vibrant, is active, is live, the energy is good. But when it valleys, you're going to have to rely on the loyalty and the respect and integrity to carry you till it get back up to the peak.
Yo, I'm looking in the comments, and Tiff just said something that set my Tourette's off a little bit, man.
What'd she say?
Never date their potential. So you gonna wait at the finish line for him, Tiff?
Talk about it.
Because that means he has to be a finished product in order for you to deal with him. Now, if he has the potential to be whatever that potential is, and you know he's likely going to reach that potential, why can't you date him then? Like, you got to wait at the finish line until when he get finished. Now you at the finish line picking him. That ain't genuine.
Here's one. Adaris, what's up? She gonna say hello, Dusties. Tiff said, preach, OG. Slim Exclusive said, I kind of disagree with not dating for love. I think it's love and stability. However, that looks to that couple.
He looking to be married, so we already know, you know, he think it's out there, man. So we ain't gonna let the air out of his balloon, man.
We're not gonna kill his dream. His whole
no,
He's still young. He's still young. So, and it could happen for you, and it could happen for you. It's going to happen for everybody, right? Problem is,
can you keep it?
It's not even so. When he says, "I kind of disagree with not dating for love," who was the last person you ran into that you dated and you immediately fell in love with? You dating, right? To fall in love, or you dating to see if you have compatibility, similar interests, and can almost accept that other person's stuff without judgment. Tiff said, I don't expect to be perfect. I expect you to be loyal and honest. Respect is everything. Facts. Big Roll, matter of fact, give me a female Eagles fan with some huge hooters, can cook, and real good, and I'm good. Okay. Concrete Rose. Talk to him. Tiff, that's not what I get. That's not what I meant. I guess actions speak volumes. You can have the potential, yet if you are not exercising that potential, that's my issue.
Oh, okay.
Queen Dusty has entered the chat.
Jessica, ain't nobody gonna love you. They heard all your stories.
She said, "Hi everyone, been listening but couldn't comment. Y'all, love y'all. Some love haters. Laugh out loud. Some of us still believe in it all. You hearing us?
She still believe in the Tooth Fairy,
but you're not listening.
She believe in the Tooth Fairy, beloved.
You want so bad to pull your blouse off and it be a big L in the middle that stands for love, and you here to be the savior of love. But just like I just mentioned, no one said we didn't want love. We said love don't last. There's peaks and there's valleys. Peaks and valleys. No one said they didn't believe in love. Where is that even coming from? The people who are saying that want so bad, like, come on and tell me what love is to you.
And why you don't have it?
No, they all had it.
Oh, I said have it.
No,
have it.
They all had it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to it? Why don't you still have it now? If this love is so mighty and so fucking powerful, but not getting knocked upside your head, why don't you have it? Luke said potential is all we have. It's being able to see their path plan and if they are actually working on it or if they aren't actually going. Well, that was kind of my point when I said dating and asking the right questions. You guys have to date purposefully, right? That's why I said, what's the plan? What's the goal for 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years? That's okay to date somebody based off them having a plan and knowing where they're going and that sort of potential. But without them showing you anything, you going for that? That's naive, bro. Royalty said, no, you said loyalty, respect, and integrity. That is a part of love. Laugh out loud. Bro, I'm trying to decide. You can respect a child that don't belong to you. You can respect a stranger in line. The fuck that got to do with love? You can have loyalty to your barber. I don't mean I love that nigga. That nigga can cut. Those things aren't explicitly attached to love.
Don't be a slave to loyalty, neither.
Flight, what's up, Flight? Flight said, why can't we just enjoy each other's company with no labels? Find you a woman that can do that then, Flight. Respectfully. I don't know none. I don't even know if that's a thing. Luke, the dope boys on the corner do plenty of that. Laugh my ass off. Deaden buddies. Tiffany said, Luke, facts. Mike said, you can date and court, be loyal, and all that shit. If you're that person, if you or that person isn't mentally aware of yourself, there's no chance of any partnership having success. Love is all part of the perspective that creates it. Luke said, laugh my ass off, Big E, just let it fly, laugh. Okay. Bro, I'm trying. It's killing me. That part, OG. Creamy said, that part, Flight. Interestingly enough, right? I've never seen a situation where two people had something without labels, even if they labeled it jump off, booty call, because
They all got a name.
there has to be something definitive, because if not, you won't be able to defend the actions if you don't have anything definitive. You say, well, big schools, what the fuck does that mean? Oh, well, we just friends with benefits. That's a clearly defined definition, a friend with benefits. You guys clearly define the line. What normally happens in that situation? Well, you can be friends with benefits, but some friends be catching feelings.
Somebody gonna catch them.
Somebody be having a sense of entitlement. Somebody gonna be frustrated when they don't have access. So when that person comes to you, what's your defense? Well, we have something definitive in place. We're friends with benefits. I'm not entitled, obligated, and/or owe you anything. So therefore, if you don't have something clearly defined, you don't have anything that you can defend. If it works for you, by all means. Missouri, I live in the show me state. Royalty, love takes, bro, I'm not, come on, man. Tiff, say that, Mr. Montgomery, you're still a bum.
Why you gonna dismiss the boy John like that, man? He caping for something, man. He looking for love.
You read it, bro. Like,
love takes work just like everything else, and true love does not completely dissipate. It changes into different categories. I have witnessed it myself in my last relationship. So why is that your last relationship and not your now relationship?
He want to be caping.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Why is that your last relationship and not your current relationship?
Let's go. Let's go.
I want to see the soliloquy you write about this.
I'm bringing them in. The link is in the chat.
Man, he gonna be like the movie Frozen.
Because I don't.
And what was your last relationship?
And it was damn near in bold. Okay. He said, "True love does not completely dissipate. It changes into different categories. I have witnessed this in my last relationship." Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Well, what happened?
Let's talk about it.
What happened?
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
What's good with you?
happened?
What I was saying, saying is, go ahead.
This nigga.
What happened with your last relationship?
No, what I was saying is, I witnessed love. Love is not always just over with a person. I witnessed love
Just like
change
a
to
woman. I
different
just asked
categories.
you a question and you gave me totally some shit that I didn't even ask you.
I was going into it. I've witnessed in my last relationship, my partner still loving their person or their old person, or whatever, but actually moving in a different category. Like, you can love somebody and still look out for them, but it's not that love with intimacy type energy. You still can have love for somebody, but not be in love with somebody. There's different levels of love.
When was we talking about that though?
He said love is not unconditional. Love, love can't last forever. That's what he told me to talk about it and give an example. My first example was my grandma.
Can somebody
You
type
said-
in the chat that they understand what he talked about? Because I don't, and I might be lunching.
You said, give you an example about love being unconditional.
Sir.
Right or wrong? That's not what you said?
Sir. Your last comment, which is why
That's what we're talking about.
Love takes work. What did it say?
Something
Like
about what he
everything
witnessed in
else.
his last relationship.
And true love does not completely dissipate. Let's hold on, be quiet. Let's start there. Love does not completely dissipate. It changes into different categories. Explain that.
And that's what I meant. Like,
Oh, here you go. The transformer.
Bro, your shit is on cricket, bro. Like, you don't have no food you can wrap around your phone, bro.
He went outside.
What I was saying is, I've with a partner actually.
Bro. That's we can't really understand them, and that's going to be hard. First Class agrees with royalty. Luke says, I believe a portion of what he's saying. If I care about you once, odds are I still do, just in a different way, even if they wronged me. That's, first of all, we not even talking about that.
That's not what we was talking about.
I even said, and I'll say it again, right? One thing I had said was, you can have love for someone. Right? I said that. You can have love for someone, but there's no such thing as unconditional love. Love has peaks and it has valleys. What I originally said was, when you have the valleys is when I need the love, I need the loyalty, the respect, and the integrity. Because without that, you're going to have infidelity and cheating. You're going to have bad blood, no communication. So no one's saying, how do we get love transforming into something else when the love dissipates? No, when the love dissipates and that motherfucker leave you, it's over.
Yeah. I ain't never seen
you won't go into your next relationship talking about, I still love that nigga? That's weird. And y'all not about to sit here and tell me that. That's for sure. Y'all not going to sit here and tell me that. Jessica, I agree with Roy. He's saying true love has levels. Love, and love for someone. How many of y'all is in a marriage where y'all got love for someone? Or y'all love, like, just love them off of? So in love is the only romantic love, is what y'all saying? Like, I don't even understand. Now we got categories of love.
Yeah.
Now we moving the goalpost a little bit. That's weird to me.
If it got all those levels, when you gonna be on one of them?
No, tell me which one sustains. Tell me which level sustains a relationship. He said that antenna from Dollar General. Royalty be lining himself up every time. Negro Miss Prime. Sonya, help y'all friend out. He clearly doesn't listen. He heard you. Man, I don't know. You cannot be in love with someone but still have love for someone. There's a difference.
Yes, you can.
Bro, you cannot be in love with someone but still have love for someone. There's a difference. That don't even make sense. Kurt, there's no such thing as unconditional loyalty, respect, and integrity. All of it is ebbs and flow, peaks and valleys. I think from harping on just love, like all of it isn't interchangeable, is where people are defensive. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you. Because they all have to be present. In my opinion, they all have to be present for a sustainable relationship. But what I'm saying, loyalty, respect, and integrity long outlast love.
Yeah, I do.
I'm arguing that every time.
And I'm arguing. I'm me too. I'm seconding that.
Love does change over time, though. Royalty, you can be in love with someone and just have love for someone because of your past. Doesn't mean that there's any sexual. Bro, you still.
This dude is
talking about, bro.
He's circling the airport, man.
You definitely circling the airport. I'm so confused about what you trying to say right now, bro. It doesn't make any sense,
man.
It doesn't. Shannon pulling his hair. I am, Sonya. I am, because I'm such a logical. What side is that? A-sided brain? Like, I'm so logical about this shit, man, that when you try to inject emotion into it, it drives me crazy. Because your emotions aren't facts, okay? Your feelings aren't facts, okay? Yeah. They're just not. They're just not. So I'm just saying, make it make sense. Now y'all want to move the goalposts and talk about love, in love, love for someone. What are we talking about? No matter what, if it's love, in love, y'all, the only unconditional love that exists is familial. And even that shit get flaky sometimes depending on what they did to you. Okay? Depending on how shit go down. But when we talking about the intimacy love with a man and a woman, or whatever you subscribe to, LGBTQIA+, there's no such thing. All of it is on condition that you don't cheat on me, that you are financially stable, that you respect me, that you're loyal to me, that you have integrity, that you can cook, you can clean, you can bear children, you want to marry me, you want to be in this type of relationship. All the shit is conditional. I ain't never blindly loved nobody. Not ever. There are typically 4 types of love: eros, romantic, philia, love of brother, agape, principal love, stored, familial love. Thank you, Kurt. And the one we talk about is eros. Okay? My first comment did not get written in the right way. Bro, just quit, bro. Or go get some Wi-Fi right quick. I really want to have the conversation, bro.
But ask the neighbor, can you get their password?
Kurt, I retained some stuff, Luke. Yeah, ask the neighbor for they Wi-Fi password or something, bro. Like, that's crazy. Here's the thing. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. The bottom line is this. Opinions are like assholes, right? Everybody got them. But I'm gonna do what I always do, and I'll challenge you, because this logic. I'll challenge you to show me something different. Okay. Tiff, that's a blank. Tony said, "Well, I love y'all." Sonya, we love you back. Bro, you better have some Wi-Fi.
And it's crazy because my service be fine when I'm watching y'all. What? Shut up. No, my service be fine till I get on this joint and start acting crazy. I'm good now, though.
You don't have enough streaming power. What, you got, an Android?
He got an iPhone 7.
No, I got an Android. No.
Well, you
Thank
good.
you for the start.
Hurry up and talk before it start fucking up, man.
Right. What you talking about?
You said love is on conditions. I mean, it is, but it isn't at the same time. Like, it's when you love somebody, you move for them in a certain manner. When you love somebody, you change and you care about how they move. So, you know, when it comes to finances, when it comes to looking out for them, when it comes to all those different categories, you move because you love that person. So all those come into it. So to a certain to a certain energy, it kind of is unconditional when you really are in love with somebody and it's true love and y'all both moving in the same energy.
I think you just want to argue.
No, I don't want to argue, but no,
I think Jessica want to just argue too. Jessica made some shit up in her mind.
This don't go on every day.
Jessica just made some shit up in her mind. So y'all saying you can love someone yet not be loyal respectable to said person you love.
You can do all of that.
She's just making it up now.
Yeah.
Tiff, thanks for the stars. Please follow Tiff.
No,
Star.
no, real shit though. You can love somebody and still fuck up because we, like you said, we all not perfect. So you can love somebody and still disrespect them and all that. That don't mean that you don't love them. That's for that comment that you wrote.
Yeah.
I still don't even understand where that comes from.
That came. I was responding to that comment you just read.
Talking about Jessica. Like that shit don't happen every day. So
Yeah,
you got
like,
people that be married and be loving their wife, or they be loving their husband, and they fuck with somebody else. So Jessica's under the impression that they don't love said person because they went out and did something else.
Mike, I'm confused too, good brother. I'm confused too. I will, however, I do want to read this comment. I want to hear y'all argue with God. Love absolutely does come with conditions, even God's love, if you believe. You can't do whatever you want and think someone will still love you. Because see how fast love turns into hate once someone slapped the shit out of you? God said, I'll love you, I'll let you into heaven, but don't covet thy neighbor's wife. Okay? He had a bunch of other ones he said don't do. And what y'all sinners down here doing every day, y'all don't care about love. Y'all weak of the flesh.
I definitely agree, and that's one of the shitty things that come with it. We are weak of the flesh, and we do a lot of stupid ass shit, make dumb ass decisions. But it's selfishness. That doesn't mean that you don't love a person. You know, you have selfish moments.
See how y'all like to move the goalposts? For some, like Jessica, love is all encompassing. Jessica probably tell you, if you love me, you would never slap the shit out of me. You would never cheat on me. You would never disrespect me. You would lay down on the sword.
I think this is the best way to put it. The love that we have in this day and age is not like how our grandparents had. Just like the men that we are in this day and age is not like how our grandparents were. So like, it's different energies because we move differently now in this time, this day and age. Like, so that's where I can understand where you're coming from with that because of how shit moves out here. But love in itself, the pure love, I believe it is unconditional. I believe it can work through anything if you work at it.
Who you caping for, man?
No, nigga, I'm being real. That's how I feel.
Okay, you can't talk from both ends of the street either. It is or it's not.
Huh?
Jess said, I'm asking, can I not ask? If I tell someone I love them, I'm not going to violate their trust or loyalty. Loyalty ain't no way. Different strokes for different folk.
I definitely understand that. And I just being from my personal experience, it's different levels to love. You can't basically be in dusty love. How should I put this?
No, wait. Now
No,
you said that. Wait. You said that in the comments before.
What?
It's different levels to love.
Yeah.
We're talking explicitly about the love between a man and a woman.
I got you. What I mean by that is different levels to love. Like, all right, prime example. You might have been in love with two different chicks. One might have moved crazy for you and rocked with you unconditionally, and another might have moved stupid differently. Different people love differently. You got to learn how to love properly. If you weren't taught how to love properly, you know you can still love somebody the best way you know how, but it might not be the proper way for them. You know what I mean,
we are operating under the guise that there is a man and there's a woman. One man, one woman. They're in love. What's that love? They know each other's love language. They know each other's everything, and they're in love. The original point is love has peaks and valleys. What sustains the valleys is the loyalty, the respect, and the integrity, which is my original point. There is no fucking levels of love when we talking about that, because there's no second party. There's nowhere broke up, so I love you, but I'm not in love with you. There's nothing like that. I'm saying I'd rather have the respect and the loyalty and integrity because it outlasts love. Respect, integrity, and loyalty can stay up here. It can go and level out. Love goes like this. You one decision away every day from having that love go zip. Keep leaving the toilet up after she asks you 29 times. Keep putting onions in her food and she asks you not to 29 times. Keep doing dumb shit that she asks you not to do. Keep lying to her. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking? Y'all making shit up. Y'all just pulling shit out the air.
No, but that's why I said in my message, all of that encompasses love, because all of that comes with love, like integrity, respect, loyalty. All of that does come with love. That's what makes love.
No, it don't.
That
Stop it. No, it don't. It don't. When you met your girl that you was in a relationship, did you love her at first?
No.
Did you respect her at first?
Yes.
What are we talking about?
But it was her. I'm about to answer that question. It was her integrity, it was her loyalty, and it was her respect that brought me to love her. So that's why I said all of those encompass love.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Those things brought you to love. Now, once you had the love, did that stop you from lying? Did it stop you from cheating? Did it stop you from disrespecting her?
No.
Then what are we talking
And that was on me.
about? Which means at some point you lost respect for her, you lost loyalty for her, and you didn't have any integrity. Because had you had those three things, you wouldn't have did what you did.
And that's why,
Right,
that's where I came.
Right, wrong.
And
right. Thank you. Fuck, we arguing about nothing. We're not arguing about nothing. What are we doing?
He looking to get him a woman, man. He trying to sound like a Renaissance man, like he gonna get picked tonight.
Sheesh. Damn. We got 6 minutes, man. 6 minutes to refresh your own. I was thinking we might even have an overtime, but I don't even know if it's even warranted, man.
He capping for somebody, man. He caping for somebody.
Matter of fact, nigga, come on. Get your message out there, man. Come on, get your message out there, bro. You got it.
No, what I was about to say.
Please,
I was about to say, I got you. I was about to say that all the stuff that you just mentioned that I disrespected and all that came from not before them not knowing how to love properly. That didn't mean that I didn't love them. I was selfish and I made stupid decisions. That's what, and that went to what OG said earlier about you can love somebody, you can be married to somebody and still be out there fucking around and all that. That doesn't mean you don't love them. That's a selfish act. Yes, you disrespect that person, but that doesn't mean that you don't love them or not in love with them. You did a selfish ass movement. Like I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Did that person feel like you loved them when you did that?
No. They felt betrayed.
Okay. Again, what are we talking about then? What are we talking about? It's not making no sense. It's not making no sense. Because if you respected her, you wouldn't have did none of that shit. If you was loyal to her, you wouldn't have did none of that shit. You loved her and you still did all of that shit. Now y'all want to tell me about love and love conquering all and love is the linchpin and I don't want it if it's not love? Y'all wild to me, man.
That shit is all made for TV. It's made for TV.
That is what you talking about is the Lifetime movie channel. That is not real life, bro. because that woman didn't feel good. She didn't feel loved. She didn't feel respected, and none of that when you did that. But guess what?
Yeah,
If you
and that's true.
disrespected her, if you inadvertently disrespected her, and the love was still there, the loyalty was still intact, the integrity was still intact, she would have forgave you for that. She can get past that. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but then that comes down to the statement that you said about if you do this 29 times. I until my last relationship, I never knew true love. I ain't never had a female that was real loyal to me or whatever. And people say they love you all the time. That's just shit
Bro,
that
you
people
sound
say.
What is
crazy.
true
You never,
love?
You
it's not
sound
until
crazy.
somebody really shows you and
Bro,
moves
you
for you
capping. You
and
sound
moves for you
crazy.
unconditionally.
You capping and you sound
Huh?
crazy. You capping and you sound crazy.
How?
Because logically, that's not even possible. If you met a woman that showed you something that you never had before, there's no way you fuck that up.
And I'm
Especially
and I'm gonna say
multiple
this.
times.
I'm
It's no
look,
way.
I, look, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. It was completely my fault. My last relationship before this one with my baby
Bro,
mom, I
bro.
I, I like to let me finish my statement. Let me finish my statement.
It
My
don't
last
matter. You're not
relationship
making
before
sense.
I
Right
will
now,
if I
it's like
finish
you
my
pleading your
statement, bro.
case to somebody to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm wrong." In this conversation,
It's
in
not
this
about
context,
that.
it don't matter. It don't make
No,
sense.
it's
Go
about
ahead,
a
bro.
perspective.
Go
We
ahead,
got
bro.
different.
Floor is yours.
All right, I'm gonna say this. In my last relationship when I was with my baby mom, I like to say that I met her representative. She acted just like how my ex acted. Who did all of this, said they love me, and then fucked me over. So from when I got into my next joint, I did not trust what they were showing me. So I didn't take it the way I should have, and I didn't move how I should have. I moved off of the energy of my last situation. That's how I got into this. And then by the time shit got so far, I was too fucked up to even move in a manner where I should have in the very beginning. And that was my fault. It didn't mean that I didn't love them because I loved everything that they showed me, taught me, brought into my life and all those experiences. I made a bad decision from off of my path and how I was treated and the representation of love that I had before then. That's why I said love is different to different people. Like you could
Bro,
all right, prime
never,
example. Prime
you
example.
never,
Look, prime
no,
example. Both
no, I'm
y'all
getting
from
you
the
out
same
of here.
neighborhood I'm from.
I'm getting you out of here. Then you never actually had the love that you claim that you had. Because you talking about you never met a woman like that. You don't meet a woman that completely changed your life, show you something completely different, and not be respectful, loyal, and have integrity and love for that woman forever.
He said he ain't
There's
know how to
no
be that.
way. There's no way. And Jess, the link is still there. You can come in royalty, they don't agree, so you're gonna be wrong no matter what, how you explain it. That's not true. I look at all perspectives. I'm open to all perspectives. Just make it make sense. You can't tell me
All right.
you ran into a woman or you ran into a man that showed you some love that you never ever had in your life, and you habitually cheat, you habitually lie, you habitually disrespect,
I'm
you
gonna say that's
habitually
possible. I'm gonna say that's
betray
possible though.
loyalty. There's no
It
way
is
that can be a true statement.
all right.
I'm
Look,
I'm
prime
I'm, I'm
example.
gonna second that though.
OG, how you feel about your ex-wife?
I'm gonna second that. That
It's
all that is
possible.
possible. It really is. It's just not possible for you, Shane. Like you
I don't.
wouldn't fuck up
I
like that.
can't see it. I cannot see it.
You-
I've done it.
and
I've
let's
done
keep
it.
it. I've done it. And Shannon, I mean, keep it a bean. We've had conversations on the side, and I've even said to you is your perspective and how you look at shit and your integrity and how you move. Everybody don't move how you move. Let's keep it a bean. We from around the
So
same
so
neighborhood,
so
but you
so
but you move completely different from how niggas move. Prime example. I've moved more like how OG has moved, and now I'm trying to get to a manner of moving how you move now. And I didn't. I was robbing, stealing, doing dumb shit,
No, no,
drawing.
no,
I
no.
didn't have.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. OG ain't never robbed nobody, and OG ain't no thief. So that ain't what the fuck I
What
did.
I'm talking about the
Wait
selfishness,
a
man.
minute.
I'm talking about the selfishness and doing the drawing shit, and
Oh,
then
okay.
realizing after the fact.
I'll cop to
It's
that.
fucked
But the
up.
robbing and all that other shit, no, I ain't never did none of that.
No, the whole point of me saying that is you can't do all of that and have integrity at the same time. I did shit off moving off of an energy of a need of a necessity. So when I met this person, I felt just like how everybody else where I'm from moved. They not from the world I'm from. They not from the perspective that I'm from. Just like Shannon, you from my world, but you don't have the perspective that I have. You got a whole different perspective, a whole different mindset. Morals, integrity, this, that, and the third. Right or wrong? Prime example. You get 10 niggas that you talk to or deal with, none of them had a perspective or the integrity that you have from off of situations that they have been through or that you have heard about. Everybody don't think like how you think. The person that I met had the same type of mindset perspective that you have now. I was on some dumbass shit and I didn't take them for how they moved because the person before them tried to move in that same manner and he was just putting a mask on their face. So I didn't trust what they were saying. By the time I realized that they was genuine, I had already fucked up because I didn't believe what they were telling me in the beginning because I did with the last person. I fucked myself up, not taking each situation for its own individual situation. That's why I make the statement about my last person I was with showed me a whole different perspective, opened my mind up to a whole different situation. Because by the time I realized the person they was, I'd already made those fucking mistakes. I can't undo the mistakes, but I can still be here and move better. Huh? Out of cycle.
Hey, you know what this conversation has taught me? I'm just a different nigga.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
It boils down to I'm just a different nigga. Because this for the ladies who hearing this shit and seeing this shit, y'all gotta be like this can't be life.
He gonna get him a woman after the night.
This can't be it.
Shut up, OG.
Ain't no woman about to deal with him, bro. Ain't
Yeah,
no
you got
woman
light.
about to take him seriously.
He about to get him a woman and shit.
Ain't
Man.
no woman
He done
about
figured
to
it
take
all
him
out,
serious.
and he
He
worked it
don't
all
have
out.
no
He
accountability.
ain't gonna fuck up no more.
He gonna fuck up every time. He don't have no accountability. He can keep blaming the same shit on where he's from, his past, his previous relationships. Those is crutches.
No, and that's keeping it a bean. I fucked up today, but
No, you ain't
it's a
keeping
whole
it a bean.
difference.
Don't even say
I'm
that.
not finished my
So
statement.
why you keep
I
fucking
fucked
up?
up today, but the whole difference comes from accountability. It all boils down to being accountable.
So you could be
Not
a crash
perfect.
dummy as long as you own up to it, no. As long
That's
as you
not
own
what
up
I'm
to being
saying
a
either.
crash dummy, it's cool.
It's funny as shit.
That's
That's
what
not
you
what I'm
just
saying
said.
either. And
That's what you just
no,
said.
I said I fucked up today. It wasn't as drastic as I have in the past. People not perfect. We not perfect. People gonna fuck up. People gonna do dumb shit. People gonna make bad decisions. Like Shannon just said, it comes with accountability. I did not take accountability until the last 4 years. So I'm behind
So
the
now
eight
when
ball
you
and
fuck up,
moving
you
different.
accountable for your fuck ups.
So
I own
she
up.
let you get away with this bullshit for
So
4
why
years?
you keep fucking up though?
This is what I mean. You see how all the
Stupidity.
shit come out in the wash? You was fucking up for 4 years straight. You couldn't get it together in 4 years? All right, yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. You
I'm
claim
being
to love
real with it.
somebody. You love somebody that showed you something completely different, and you couldn't get it together in 4 years, which means that woman took a lot of nut shit, gave you 2,000 chances, and you still couldn't get it together. And you still blaming it on your past.
No, I blame it on my actions. I'm not blaming it on my past. What I'm saying is my
So at
past
what
had me
point was,
thinking the way I
all right, answer me, time out.
thought.
Answer me
Go ahead.
this. At what point was you supposed to get your shit together?
I was supposed to have been there with my shit together from day one. I was supposed to come to the table with my shit together. Being real.
So do you got it together now?
I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress.
What the fuck kind of building you working on that take 4 years to get it together?
No, I mean, let's keep it a bean. I like Shannon just said, I wasn't holding myself accountable. I wasn't owning up to my shit. So it came down. It
Said,
came
girl,
down
I
to
might just bring this nigga waffles.
yeah. No, like, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not fucking.
Yo,
And
you
you
I
know
keep
can't
what,
saying
even
a whole
fucking.
Jess?
lot of shit, man.
And you know what, Jess? I would encourage you to do that. Y'all sound
Yeah.
like y'all would be
Y'all
great
might
together.
have the perfect.
Y'all
Y'all
might
might
be
be
great
each other's
together.
person and shit, man.
Y'all might be
I'm
perfect for each other.
fucking.
Dustiana and Dustaluffagus.
I'm not
He know
accountable
he
for
messed
nothing.
up, ease up. What kind of dustiness going on in these comments?
But
No,
listen,
and that's
my
the
thing
thing.
is,
I
4
got.
years?
this is my thing.
4
I gotta
years.
own up
If
to
you
my
if,
shit,
if
and
you know
that's
you
why.
fucked up and you own up to your fuck ups and you stop fucking up, okay. But you can't own up to your fuck ups and keep fucking up. Like fuck it. As long as I own up to it, it's cool.
No, and I'm keeping it being. Like I said, I'm still working in progress. My fuck up today came off of just impulse and, like I said, fear. You got to be vulnerable with that person no matter what. That's where my shit came from. It wasn't like super drastic like how I did in my past. A fuck up is a fuck up no matter how big or how small. That's why I said I fucked up today. But I got to be
But
accountable.
why
I'm
is
not
you still
perfect. I'm still.
fucking up though?
Cause
It
it's
came from
love.
not being.
Cause it's love. That's why. He keep fucking up
No,
cause it's
honest.
love.
No, honestly, it came. To keep it a being. It came from fear and
What did you
not
scared
trusting
of?
that person.
You didn't trust the last
Life.
person. Like, what did you like? Come on, man.
I ain't about to say I can't go into it in detail, but it came from
No, yeah,
not
you can.
think.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead in detail.
All right, I got a
You
phone call
insisted.
today I got you. I got a phone call today while I was with somebody, and instead of keeping it being and saying who I was on the phone with or whatever, I brought up another conversation about somebody else I was talking to or
Well, let
whatever,
me ask you this
which would
question.
insinuate.
Let me ask you this question.
But
Are you single?
yeah,
So why would you give a fuck about the person that's calling you? Why would you have to lie to that person about who you was with
I
if
didn't
you single?
I didn't lie to the person
Love.
that called me. I lied to the person that I was around.
So why did you lie though if you ain't if neither one of them is
Love.
your woman though? Keep it a bean. You gotta keep
Honestly,
it a bean.
I keep it a being. I don't even know. That's why I was saying it came off impulse, and after I fucking said this shit, like
Cause
real
you like
shit.
listen. This is what it is. It's second nature for you to be dusty, and that shit just kicked right in.
You ain't
That's
shit.
what it was. Like you so used to doing that shit, like and that shit that's what you do. You go right to that, like just go right to it.
Just dusty. Just dusty. Just dusty.
And I'm OG. I'm gonna agree with you. What it is second nature, and it's like breaking a habit. You know, that's what it came down to. I had an opportunity to move differently, and I didn't. And right after you do the dumb shit, you like, fuck, why did I do that shit? But it's
Listen,
already
So the
out there now.
person, so
bro,
the
listen.
person that called you, are you trying to like be that somebody? Are you trying to be with that person that called you?
No, not at all.
So you ain't fuck. You trying to be with the person that you was with?
Yeah.
Just dusty.
But look at all right,
But
OG,
why
prime
did you
example.
answer the phone?
Look,
Your
I
phone
gotta
ringing
take
and you
back
with a
that ease
you
up
don't
if
answer
you did
your
it again
phone.
Yeah,
today.
that's scam likely.
This nigga
Put
is
her name, put her
he been
number under
committing.
scam likely. So when she
Listen,
And
called, it's scam likely.
that right there is dusty.
listen.
That's what
This
you
nigga been
dusty.
committing dusty behavior for the last 4+ years, right? For the last 4+ years, right? For the last 4+ years, plus today, however long that make it, all in the name of love. And yet y'all barbecue me, ridicule me because I said fuck love. It's peaks and valleys. Give me
Royalty
the
waiting for
most
his ship to
respect to
come
the
in,
table
man.
to carry me through.
He waiting
That's
for his
what I'm
ship to
talking
come
about.
in.
Fuck out of here, Royce. You full of shit. And you giving love a
Of
bad
course.
name. is getting a little dusty. It's been dusty.
Yeah, you gave love a bad name, man.
No, and that's why I said it came from selfishness and fear of being in that vulnerable position because of the dumb shit you did. You feel me? You do enough dumb shit, it don't matter if you're being honest or not,
Bro,
because of your past transaction, that
this is
person not
this
gonna
this
believe you.
this ain't even dusty. This is pure fucking insanity. You've been doing the same shit for the last however many years, and your expectation is for a different outcome because of love. Show over.
No,
Thank
that's
you for
not what I'm.
coming on. I appreciate you, good brother. It was good to have you on. I'm glad you had a signal lasted long enough to have the conversation. It is unbelievable, Sonya. You can't make this shit up. In the great words of Kevin Samuels, the Godfather,
That
you
motherfucker
can't
shit.
make this shit
He
up.
down with the grave diggers, cause that's all he just was digging his grave the whole time.
We done ran over time. I most certainly appreciate y'all sticking around for the little bit of OT we had. I hope this show was fun, entertaining, and informative. OG don't do last words. Don't click off. Don't click off. Don't click off. Don't click off. This motherfucker. Only thing I want to say tonight, this evening, September 26, 2023, I want to tell Cameron, happy birthday. I love you. I hope you're enjoying your day. It's always going to be incumbent upon me to make it as special as I can make it. I hope I made your day special. We got big plans this weekend. I hope to make your weekend special. You're double digits now. I asked you if you felt older. You said, nope, I just feel more experienced. I love that, which means you're listening to your father. I didn't want you to turn 10, meaning I'm trying to keep my babies forever. But Cameron, I hope every birthday you have is always what you want. And you decided to do everything you wanted to do today. And I'm glad I was able to facilitate that. Special salute to everybody that showed my baby some love on her cooking show. When she popped in the chat, we can keep the conversation going on Facebook because this live will still be up. We can keep the conversation going. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Kayla, Cam, love you. Salute to everybody at the BEN. I appreciate y'all listening, tuning a friend. Tell a friend about the BEN because we coming.